Hello everyone, I am Sarah.
I'm Savannah.
And we welcome here to CSL in Seattle on this beautiful sunny day.
If you feel called to do so, please join us to sing as I Am As God Created Me.
Thank you, Sarah and Savannah. We are now going to move into a prayer song. Feel free to join us as well, and then Sarah will lead us in our opening prayer.
Connection here and now. And breathe into that. Breathe into this day, into this service, into this experience, and hold it in your heart space. Hold space for the people around you, for yourself, for the love that is cultivated within this room. And so it is.
And so it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. Good morning, CSL. Welcome. You're in for a real treat today. Welcome to the people online listening. We are happy to present our youth service. This service has been created entirely by our teen group and our Next Thought group. So we're really excited to do that. So let's just take care of a few business items. Now I would like to introduce our Youth and Family Director, Janelle Shears. Really, in this program, not much happens without Janelle. So really, I'm so grateful for everything she's done for this program and for our community as a whole. Thanks, Janelle. I became a teen advisor. I started out as a practitioner. I would go into the teen service in the room upstairs in the old place, and I was really uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable. I grew up not really having much of a teenage experience, so I was very, very uncomfortable, and I'm so grateful that I stayed there and was able to be with that part of me that was uncomfortable. Because this has been the sweetest thing that has ever happened to me around this church, is being able to serve in this ministry. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm so excited about going into young adulthood and having these principles to fall back on. I so wish that I had had these principles when I was 15, 16, 17. So I'm just so excited that we have a program here that will really include all age groups. Now I'd like to introduce someone who has been through several of our programs. He was in the teen group, correct? And then he went into coming of age first, right? Coming of age. So for those of you that do not know, these t-shirts are from Coming of Age, which is a really fabulous experience. I was a spiritual companion, and I highly recommend that for anyone who really wants to take care of their inner child. And I was able to find that and heal that for myself. So if any of this, if you get any kind of niggles during any of this service, please come speak to us or speak to Janelle, because we would love to have more people come play in this ministry. Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you Elijah Barbie.
Thank you. Good morning. So, as was said, I am a graduate of Coming of Age and have returned to Fire 10 for them. I went through the teen program, and I am a co-founder of Next Thought, the young adult group here. And so when I was thinking about and listening for what I wanted to say today in regards to my experience in all of those programs here, what struck me as true across the board and what I really, really learned how to do in all of those programs in different ways was I learned how to connect. So I learned how to connect with my peers and connect with my elders and create a community that was full of life and supportive and sustainable and just a real community, And I learned how to connect with nature. I learned how to, connect with nature as a source of power for myself, as a way to ground myself, and really be able to tap into, the world that we live in, and the beauty that's in it. And I learned how to connect to that same power within myself. I learned how to ground within myself. I learned how to use my personal power to be a more beneficial presence in my community and on the earth as a whole. And, in learning how to connect better, because it takes practice, I just learned that the most important thing is the willingness, you know. So you open yourself up to connect, and you know, you'll connect with something, and then you grow. As we like to say, more will be revealed, right? As you spiral, and you know, you have more to connect with, and you create a bigger and better community and a bigger and better world for everyone. And what I also know about connection, and specifically connection in these groups, is, you know, and I've heard it, it's true for me, is like these groups have saved lives. They've saved my life, you know, and they've saved the lives of my friends, you know, my chosen family. So, you know, keep your heart open. If they say that we don't inherit this earth from our parents and our grandparents, we borrow it from our children and our grandchildren. So, with that in mind and with an open heart, if you feel so called, as, you know, even like you said, just a little niggle, if you feel so called, you know, really, I implore you to check out, you know, being a part of one of these groups and being a part of one of these communities, because it's an opportunity to make a bigger wave than you'll ever even see. You know, you won't ever even see the crest of it, but it's immense. So, you know, thank you for listening, and I love you guys. I forgot to mention real quick, we are fundraising for Next Thought CBEC outside, so just look for us. And this is Sarah Gregory.
Thank you, Elijah. Good morning. My parents joined this community when I was 5, and I went to children's church, but I didn't really hang around because I didn't like being treated like a kid. I didn't like being talked down to. So I ushered with my dad and ran around outside being distracting because my old soul didn't want to be treated like a child. And when it came time, one of the founding years of coming of age, I was the appropriate age for that, and I was no longer treated like a child. I was treated as a human, as a practicing young adult. I wasn't talked down to, I was talked to. I was included. My words, my thoughts were important. And the connection that I made there with my friends and with my God and my spirit, and allowed me to step into the middle school program at the time and create what I wanted out of it, create an experience that was what I needed, which ended up being what many others needed. And teen group after that was so profound and so important to me in my life, and finding what I believe. That after a couple years, I came back, and I have now been a teen advisor for a little over 10 years. And thank you. And I love it. I grow with them every day. I have all of these up here, plus probably close to 100 more that I've had the privilege to grow with and to learn with. And what is important to me is to not teach them, to not preach at them, but to ask the right questions so they understand what they believe in, that they come to know their God, their spirit, their higher power. It is up to them to choose what they believe in. And that has always been my philosophy in working with them. You know, we are advisors, not teachers. And I'm so grateful for that. One of the things that made me really happy this morning is everybody who's stood up here, nobody wrote anything down. They all said, I want to speak what comes to me. And that, to me, meant I did my job. That they are allowing God to speak through them for what is important to them. And that is so, so profound and I don't know, makes me happy. But with that, I would like to recognize a couple people who are so crucial to this. I would like the Wisdom Council, anybody who's on the Wisdom Council, to please stand up, and I would like to honor and recognize you. These 6 people, plus Kristen House and Sandy, are so influential and put on such an amazing program that this youth program would not be the same without all of their support and all of their guidance. And in addition to that, we would like to call Monica up, please. We have a gift for her. Monica was one of the leading visionaries of Coming of Age and has brought in the traditions and the program and has been influential in hundreds of lives. And Mia and I were at a powwow last weekend where we got to see them honor their elders and their wise ones and their wisdom council. And what? And their grandmothers, yes. And we thought it was important to honor Monica and all that she has given to me and to all of us.
Aho Matakuyoisin.
Oh, Matakuyoisin.
For those of you who do not know what that salutation means, it means we are all related. Aho Matakuyoisin. We teach this to our young people so they understand their connectedness to all. And as I stand here today, 21 years later, I think about how many people have walked through this program, both adults and young people. And it's been an honor to walk with them and to walk with you if you're feeling that niggle. Because we got some young people, then they're coming. And they want to stand on our shoulders. And you get to help us create another generation of legacy for not just Coming of Age, for the teen program, for YFM. Everything from infancy to young adulthood is available here. And seriously, I don't care if you're 82, because that's the oldest spiritual companion that ever walked through this program. He was 82, and he was differently abled, and he walked through this program. And so if you think there's age in your way, I say, don't even think about it. Come join us. I love you all. Thank you so much for your love and support.
And I'm going to turn the mic over to Mia.
All right, I'm going to come up here. Oh, ooh, might die because of the shoes. Hi. Thank you. I was thinking I should just stay down there. I just want to take a moment and look out at all the beautiful faces that came to honor with us today. Thank you so much for coming to participate with us, because you will be participating with us, just like I did, and I get to tell my story. So starting at CSL, within a couple of Sundays, I jumped right in, and with the easiest thing possible, I went to Kathy Ann's silent retreat. It's wonderful. And then I took every single class, some of them more than once, TA'd, and then I met Monica at CBEC. And she said, I have the program for you. I was like, really? And she's like, yeah, it'll be perfect. You'll love it. And I get in there, and boy, did I not know what I was getting into. It changed so much. Everything I was looking for, taking all these classes, I was changing me as an adult, but what I wasn't working on was the inner child, and something we've been talking about up here. So I can't say I was called to COA. I'll say I was dragged. But I'm so grateful, because It was absolutely baptism by fire, and it changed so much of what needed to grow and heal inside me. And then I went, when it was all done, I was like, thank God, whew, made it through COA. And then I went to Better Business Breakfast because I was looking for that next step on my career journey, waiting for the call from God. What was I to do next? And a reverend stood up and said, we need a teen advisor for CBEC. And I felt the call, and I went, no. No. And it kept calling. I finally went up and I said, I think I'm your teen advisor. And she's like, are you sure? I'm like, no. No. Well, this is coming up, the CBEC will be my 5th CBEC with the teens and 5 years with the teen program. And it is a bittersweet, thank you. It is a bittersweet time because the teens that are aging out and graduating, I was in COA with, and one is up here with me wearing the yellow shirt. That was our year. And Sam here was about this tall. And we were in a team building trust ropes course in which Sam and I were helping each other up these massive logs, okay? And here's this little guy. He is just motoring. And he needed me to lift him up to the next level. And we had to lift each other up. Finally, he reaches down to give me, and I couldn't do it. I was like, but he was going to keep going. What an inspiration. And Sam, if you'd go ahead and stand. Yes, Sam, right about here. Thank you, Sam. They have been such an amazing experience. So the teen program, a lot of people say, what is happening in that mysterious room, whether it was upstairs or now in the house? I'll tell you the secret. It's magic. It's truly magic, what we're creating in there, what they're creating with us. And as much as I've bestowed and shared with them, they've shared so much more with me. And that's why I stay. So I'm so glad, I'm so grateful that I answered the call. Thank you. So next up, I'd like to introduce from our teen program, this is Winter, another advisor, and Gabriel.
Hello, everyone. So as mentioned earlier, we are a very experiential group. So for our process portion of our service, we have an invitation to all of you to join us in one of our processes that is a really sacred and meaningful tradition to the teen group. We do it in our lock-ins, we do it in services sometimes, and at CBEC. And this activity is called Same Circle. It's an exercise where you get to look inside, open up, find what's meaningful to you from a genuine, authentic heart space, and you're able to share that with yourself and the people around you. And you can access this from a place of your inner child, as we mentioned earlier, or it can be what's coming up for you in the room right now. So, with all of that said, this can be something that's vulnerable, so we ask you to participate in whatever form that is comfortable to you, or just witness. And the way that we participate in this exercise is one of our teens will list something off that comes to them, and if that resonates with you, you can either stand where you are, you can raise your hand, or you can just sit silently. Online viewers, I encourage you to participate in this at whatever capacity you can. You can offer yourself a hug, but it is really powerful to combine the cognitive spirit part with something physical that you can offer yourself. And so without further ado, I'm going to ask Gabriel to share with us why Same Circle is special to him and Teen Group.
Well, Same Circle helped me to stand in my power, like get out of your comfort zone and step into your higher being. And it helped me throughout the years, from COA to teens, and probably next lot, who knows. Um,
So before we begin, I invite you all to do a form of grounding in a deep breath in. And that feels good. Let's do it one more time. Online audience, I hope you felt how good that was from where we are.
I enjoy the sunshine.
I enjoy the connection.
I am afraid of change.
Sometimes I question who I am.
I have felt joy by giving others joy.
Growth scares me.
I have felt alone.
Sometimes I feel lost.
I feel better and more at home here than I felt in my own house.
I'm scared for the future.
I am scared to speak.
I struggle with authenticity.
It feels good to be with people that see you.
This is the place where I learned how to accept love.
I'm still learning how to love and to be loved.
I am in love.
I have felt like I don't belong.
I feel lost and still lost.
All right, you guys are gonna say some stuff too. Who wants to speak first? I'm looking at you.
I know you are. When I came to CSL 29 years ago, I found home. Anybody else? Yeah.
I'm confused.
I'm so grateful for all my friends and loved ones that I've met.
This is the place where I learned it was safe to cry. And my heart is so full right now. I have tears coming down, which if you knew me 10 years ago, that would not have happened. So thank you all.
Sometimes I feel like it all depends on me and I have to handle everything myself.
Someone from this side?
This is my first service.
Did you want to go? We will do two more because we have a lot of other things planned for you that are fabulous. But, okay, get my cardio in.
I have become a better individual from being here, and I will continue to be even better in the future.
I love and embrace my inner child.
All right, we're going to get you moving again in the form of sharing with your neighbor. So you can change energy, you can even offer them a hug, but let's kind of discuss what was this like for you? What did you notice about yourself? Maybe something you noticed about your neighbor. Okay? Online, please send messages if you would like to. Okay, everyone. I want you all to know that that was really beautiful and powerful to witness. And you got a slice of what we do in Teen Group. And thank you for participating in that with us. So next step, if you feel called to give a neighbor next to you a hug, we're going to show you our favorite kind of hug. It's called a heart-over-heart hug. It looks like this. So if that is comfortable to you, please do so. Okay. We got to get back to business. So, hello. Hi, online. I hope you gave yourselves a hug. Let's give our online viewers a hug. Let's send them some energy. Okay, so this next step, after we do this kind of like breathing and physical release, after we do an activity like that in our group, we also like to kind of process in a larger group. So we have time for about 3 shares amongst all of you, if you would like to share in the large space, like what that was like for you. Anybody have something to offer?
I felt that I wanted to involve people who were not involved. And then when it didn't work, I felt failure. But the end was quite good, so still.
Okay. I don't know how I'm going to get there. Let's go around.
I used to work with youth for about 15 years and briefly with at-risk youth, and I have stepped away because I became a using addict, and I am now in recovery, and I just have forgotten how much learning there is to be had from our young people in this world, and I want to thank you.
I have to say I am so moved and touched by the genesis of this wonderful program. And I think standing way back and looking at all the years that have happened, all the love that has transpired each year, each person who's worked in the program, and each person who has come up through the program, and each person who is out there in the world, as you are changing your world, and you will continue to change the world. And I am in awe, and I'm inspired by each one of you.
I know that I said 3. I still kind of mean that, but I want to acknowledge this side of the room if anyone has a share. Okay.
I just want to say that there are some young adults on stage right now that I used to play with when they were little toddlers. And so, not that they're making me feel old, they're making me feel young. And I just also want to say that I just went through a huge life change, and I didn't do it alone. And there's times that things will happen in your life, and the tendency is to want to hide. And all I can say is thank you for this community that was with me when I wasn't even here. Thank you for these young adults and for the little ones and the families that care for the little ones, because I've learned so much from the parents also. And I just wish that the whole world had this opportunity to experience what we experience here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone. And once again, online, if you have anything that you would like to share, please type in the comment box. And next up we have our lovely Sam, who is the Vice President of our Teen Council.
So one of the big topics we've had today is connection. It's been brought up in almost everything we've done so far, and I'd like to add a bit more to that. One of the big things Teen Group teaches you is how to connect at a level where you are really yourself. Not just the image you put up so that other people will like you, but who you actually are. And as someone who's had a lot of issues talking and connecting with people, I can freely admit that that's a terrifying thing to practice. Like, actually showing people who you are and what you think, it's scary, and it's hard to do. But at the same time, if you're willing to do that, and if other people are willing to do the same with you, you can forge bonds that will last a lifetime if you maintain them well. Like, I've had so many memories in Teen Group so far that I know are gonna go with me till the day I die. I've made bonds that I hope will go with me till the day I die. Teen Group has been the best thing that has ever happened to me, and I can say that with certainty. While burying yourself like that does come with a lot of risks. You can be rejected. If someone's going to reject you for who you are, well, that's their loss. They're the ones missing out on you. Why should you care if they're missing that? And that's my point. Up next, we have Savannah May.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. Ooh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I'm weak. And you say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I'm yours. And I believe, yes, I believe what you say of me. I believe the only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. In you I find my worth, in you I find my identity. Ooh, oh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I'm yours. And I believe, yes, I believe what you say of me. I believe. Taking all I have and now I'm laying it at your feet. You'll have every failure, God. You'll have every victory. Ooh, oh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I'm weak. And you say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I'm yours. And I believe, yes, I believe what you say of me. I believe, yes, I believe what you say of me. I believe. I believe.
Well, somebody's got to follow that. This guy. So hopefully I can make it through this. My name is Brian Eckfeldt, and I'm also a teen advisor. And I've been, thank you. And I've been working and playing with these young adults for 5 or 6 years now. And a lot's been said about why we do this. And that's all perfect and true. And for me, whatever you're feeling right now is why I do this. If you're tearing up like I am, that's why I'm here. Whoops. And here too. Is because these are some of the most authentic people I've met in my entire life. Willing to be vulnerable, willing to feel, willing to share that, willing to be loved and supported by each other. It's really a beautiful thing. And so again, I'll just say if that calls to you, come talk to any of us. We'll talk to you more about what's possible here. And if you just love and support us and are an active part of it, that's important too. So that's my piece there. So hopefully I can get through the announcements. It's a little less emotional for me, so I should be all right. So again, if this has touched you at all, the coming of age, the teen program, and all that's been shown to you and felt by you today, there is a coming of age picnic happening out here after the service today. It's out on the lawn here. And it's for people who have been involved, people who are currently involved, graduates, and it's for anybody who cares about the youth in this community. You're welcome to come, no matter if you've participated before, thinking about participating, or just love what you've seen today. So come grab some great food, great community out here on a beautiful day, and start your week off like that. Can I have the ushers come forward, please? So this is a time of Thanksgiving and being grateful, and to show that in a physical way, which is with your tithe, your gift, your offering. So there's many ways to do that. We have text to give. The number's 206-207-9250. You can give online. There's a button to push to give, so find that. And there's giving here in person. So take your gift or your hand to your heart, hold it gently, and know that your gift, whether it's of material goods, tithes, offering, money, or if it's just your consciousness and your love, that you are supporting programs that are like this. There are dozens of them here. So much that you may not see, that you are supporting people in times of joy, in times of sorrow, and spreading the love that is CSL Seattle. You are continuing to open the doors just like the doors were open for you. It is a gift of thanks, but more than that, it's a gift of paying it forward so more can receive this message and be touched by the love that is here. And so it is.
So it is. Thank you, God, for everything. 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 Thank you, 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 God, for everything. 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 Thank you, God, for everything.
Thank you, ladies. I would now like to invite Will up to the stage. He's one of our next thoughters as well. I don't know what else to say. He's been very involved in that, and he's going to share some drumming with us.
Hello, everybody. Yes. Do a little thing for you guys.
So to close, we are going to do one of Teen Group's most sacred processes. This is called a sounding, and I firmly believe in the phrase, sorry, I'm a little nervous. Anyways, I guess it's not meant to be said, I guess. So this involves standing. So if you are not comfortable standing, or if you cannot stand, just sit and receive and also participate. And also for our online viewers, I would open up your arms and just receive. And let what happens, happens.